And on today's show, I'm going to be discussing my absolute hate for the international break. Man, whether it be friendlies, qualifiers, you name it, man, I can't stand it. Like, no Premier League, no nothing. But lucky enough, I do have other sporting interests. And remember, this is a dash of sports. Well, Tyson Fury is currently outlining his future opponents, going as far as saying he's ready to take them all out one by one. Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, Dillian White, Derek Chisora. And what about Jake Paul? Who's next for the YouTuber turned boxer? Is he going to be having a rematch with Tyron Woodley, or is he finally going to be stepping up to a legitimate boxer? He's going to need that on his resume. Well, could the likes of Tyson Fury's younger brother, Tommy Fury, be his next opponent? And then last but not least, making his comeback to the boxing ring at the age of 58, the real deal Evander Holyfield. Only for an exhibition though. But he's still making his comeback. But that ain't just it. Guess who's hosting and commentating for the whole event? The former United States President, Donald Trump, and his son. Man, all of these exhibition events, man, they are wild, they're crazy. I can't keep up with them. But more to be discussed right here on the Dash of Sports. Hi there guys, and welcome to a Dash of Sports episode 49. I'll be your host and presenter, Dashiki Dash, and on this show is where I talk about all things sports related, hot topics and trending stories. And if you liked any of the other previous episodes, then hey, give us a like, comment, subscribe. Also remember to press the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of the other shows. And remember, sharing is caring, so don't forget to share this. International break, international bloody break. I can't stand it. I've always hated it, whether it be friendlies, whether it be qualifiers, and even this new like international league business. They just dressed it up, man. I hate it. If it's tournament football, then I'm all good for that, innit? Like the Euros that just went by, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching England get to the final. I went out to a bar to watch the game. The atmosphere was great, all good. But all of these qualifiers and friendlies, I can't take it, man. Like I said, tournament football, I don't mind it. Whether it be, Copa America, the Euros, World Cup, AFCON, I'm all there for that. But when it's just friendlies and qualifiers, it's just a waste of time. You're watching teams like San Marino get beat like 10-0, Andorra's getting pumped like 7, and all of these I can't take it, man. I can't take it. And I think the most annoying thing about this international break was the fact that we only 3 games into the new season. 3 games. And then you got an international break. Then there's going to be like another 4 games and then another international break. Like, when do these players actually get to rest? They just had some tournaments. The Euros, they had Copa America. And then in January, they're going to be having AFCON. Like this, and now you're trying to qualify for the World Cup. It's just too much, man. Too much international football. It's annoying. And now I'm hearing that Arsene Wenger's proposing that the World Cup takes place every 2 years. Every 2 years. Why? The format proposed by the Frenchman will see the continental tournament take place every 2 years, alternating every year, while the qualifiers will be grouped together into either 1 or 2 longer international breaks. So what are the reasons for this? Well, according to Arsene Wenger, and it's not just Arsene Wenger, there's a whole load of people within FIFA are really gunning for this. And the reason why they're saying they want to go through with this is to increase the quality of the World Cup. The generations of football fans that have grown up just knowing the World Cup comes around once every 4 years. You got the World Cup, then you got the Euros. You got the World Cup, then you got the Euros. That's the way it's meant to be. Like, it's fine that way. You know the old saying, don't fix something that's not broken, yeah? It's not broken, don't fix it. And another reason that was mentioned was the fact that it gives the footballers another opportunity to have more World Cup, experiences. It's just like, for me personally, it diminishes like the spectacle of the event. The World Cup is every 4 years. It works out well. And you've got the Euros like the following 2 years. So essentially, that is it, innit? 2 major tournaments, like one after the other. And this is the reason why I'm just saying I hate international breaks. Now, the fact that they're proposing a second World Cup, that's going to be more breaks, more international just qualifiers and just boring games. And like I said, teams like San Marino getting pumped 15-0. Oh my gosh. This is going to be ridiculous. For me, this just smells like another race for profit. It's all about the moolah, it's all about the money. And they don't care about the players. They don't care about the players' welfare. It's going to be a hellish schedule for the football calendar, as I said. Like, players are already struggling. Injuries. You're talking about the quality of the game. Is that really going to increase the quality of the game? You know, when are the players going to rest? Yeah, it's just all about the money, man. All about the money. And as you can see, they don't care. Anyway, the Premier League is back, and I'm so glad. Put these qualifiers and this international break to the side, and let's get back to some Premier League football, albeit it's only going to be for another, like, what, 4 games or so, and then another break. Ah, man. And they want 2 World Cups. Sheesh. And imagine, I'm an Arsenal fan, and despite us having a horrible start to the season, you know, bottom of the league, yeah, whatever, I will take that over some international football, like these qualifiers and friendlies. I'll take that. And that's how much I hate the international break. But let me know how you feel about it all. Am I the only person that feels like this? I'm sure I'm not. So put your comments down below and let me know. And also, how you feeling about this proposal, about these World Cups back to back? Are you for or are you against these back to back World Cups? Put your comments down below and let me know. So imagine, no Premier League football for what? In and around 2 weeks or so? I can't lie, man. It's been proper jarring. Proper jarring. But lucky enough, I'm into some, you know, other sports, other sporting events, sports entertainment, some wrestling. Yeah, I said it, wrestling, man. Shout out to my wrestling heads out there, man. You know, AEW, man. All Elite Wrestling. This past week, I can't lie, it felt like back in the days when you had 2 wrestling companies competing against each other, and that's what you need, man. For a very long time, WWE's been, look, I'm a big WWE fan. That's pretty much me right there. But you need that competition, man. Back in the days, you had WCW, you had WWE, and I like them both. I grew up on both when they had the Monday Night Wars. WCW had Monday Night Nitro, WWE had Monday Night Raw. And I liked the both of them. In WCW, I liked NWO, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Sting, Goldberg. In WWE, I liked The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels. Plenty of wrestlers. But you gotta have that competition, man. But anyway, look at me getting all excited about wrestling and stuff. But one thing I will say though, on a quick one, to my wrestling heads out there, if you are into AEW, let me know, man. Put your comments down below. Who should I be looking out for? Is there any wrestlers in particular from AEW, All Elite Wrestling? Who's the champ? Male or female? The tag teams? Who are the up and coming wrestlers I should be, you know, looking out for? I'm gonna be doing my own research, so I just want to know who I should be looking out for. So put your comments down below and let me know. Now, it wasn't just wrestling that caught my eye. In fact, out in the world of boxing, Tyson Fury seems to be making his comeback. Now, you know he's about to make his comeback when you start hearing him talking. And he's a bit like a wrestler, man. He's got that wrestler chat as well. In fact, he actually made an appearance at WWE, so you can already see that he's got that talk, he's got that chat. It's like a wrestler cutting a promo, innit? And now with all that chat, he's just recently confirmed his next 5 opponents. Your next fight being against Deontay Wilder, that's for the trilogy fight. And pretty much to everyone's surprise, his next fight after Wilder isn't going to be against AJ. Tyson Fury's first fight after his Deontay Wilder trilogy will take place in the UK, but it won't be against Anthony Joshua. The World Heavyweight Champion will finally have his 3rd fight with Wilder in Las Vegas on October 9th after almost 2 years out of the ring since their rematch in February of last year. And despite fans clamoring for an undisputed fight between Fury and Joshua, the Gypsy King has said he wants to defend his belt against Dillian Whyte later this year before taking on Joshua in March of next year. Fury has promised British fans 2 fights in his home country before taking a break after 5 fights between October of this year and the end of 2022. So Fury's going to be taking on Deontay Wilder in October, then he's looking to take on Dillian Whyte, I think in around December, and then in March is going to be the big fight, the undisputed fight that we've been waiting for between Fury and Anthony Joshua, and then I'm hearing it's going to be Derek Chisora for his last fight. And Fury has even promised another trilogy to his former rival Derek Delboy Chisora, over whom he holds 2 wins from his career before becoming world champion. Now most fighters, usually when they talk like this, they're a bit braggadocious, flashy with it, you know, just pure chat. You just look at them and you think to yourself, really? But when it comes to Tyson Fury, I tell you what, I'm a big Tyson Fury fan, but I don't want to come across biased. I'm just telling you how I see it. And I truly believe when he talks like this, he believes it. He really believes it. He was the inaugural champ. He didn't get beat for his titles. He come back after a 2-year layoff and he told the whole world that he will get his titles back. Fought against Wilder, drew. Fought against him again in the repeat, got his title, and now he's going to face him again in the trilogy. And personally, it's going to end the same way. He's going to beat Wilder. I can see that happening. I can see him beating Dillian Whyte. The Anthony Joshua fight, that's going to be a tricky one, but I still feel that he's got the skill set to beat Anthony Joshua. And then the last fight after that is Derek Chisora. And we all know, man, Derek Chisora has just become a real journeyman right now. And I can actually see Tyson Fury doing them all, doing a lot, taking them all out. But it's going to be real interesting to see because I look forward to every single, well, not the Wilder fight, but I look forward to the Dillian Whyte fight because I know that's going to be a real grudge match. And then the fight that we all are just waiting for is Fury versus Joshua. Joshua versus Fury. This fight in itself has to happen. It will be criminal if they let this opportunity to fight each other go by. We have to see both of them. And then we just got to hope that, Fury sticks to his talk, sticks to his chat, gets rid of Wilder, gets rid of Dillian Whyte, and then come March, the big fight, the undisputed fight between Fury and Joshua. It's got to happen. Fingers crossed it does. But let me know, man. Let me know, because I know those that will be watching, you're not going to all be Tyson Fury fans. I know there's Wilder fans, Whyte fans, Joshua fans, Chisora fans. Do you think that Fury's going to be able to dust all of them off? Let me know. Put your comments down below. Who do you reckon will be able to beat Fury? Once again, put your comments down below. But like I said, the fight that I'm waiting for is Anthony Joshua versus Fury. Fury versus Joshua. And in that fight, who would win? Once again, put your comments down below and let me know. So, Jake Paul, what's next? Who's next? That's the question that's being asked, especially after he beat Tyron Woodley. And everybody wants to know what's going on next. For those that were hoping for Jake Paul's boxing demise at the hands of a big puncher in Tyron Woodley, must have been sorely disappointed. The YouTube sensation turned prize fighter outpointed Woodley via split decision in their main event of their boxing match. Now this is why this question is being asked, because after Jake Paul's beaten Woodley, who's next, innit? And I rate Woodley as well because he was trying it. He was trying to get that rematch, trying to secure the bag from early, especially at a point in time where you've just finished a fight, the adrenaline's still pumping around your body, you're still on this macho man, Randy Savage business, and you're not thinking straight. So when someone calls you out and says, yeah, let's run it back, let's do it again, you're thinking, yeah. But I think over the period of time that's passed, Jake Paul just thought to himself, what? What's the point of fighting this guy again? Woodley's coming off the back of 4 defeats already, 4 or 5 defeats in the UFC, which literally got him kicked out of the UFC. Then you get into the boxing ring and then you lose to a YouTuber Like, why would you want to fight again? My thing is this. I think Jake Paul right now needs to stay away from all of these UFC or mixed martial arts, you know, MMA guys, and now go and find himself a legit boxing man, a legit boxer. Yeah, go and find yourself a legit boxer so that you can add that to your resume. If you want to be a boxer, make it happen in that way. Fight a boxer. You find all of these MMA guys that revert back to type. Even this Woodley guy, as much as he was looking good on the pads and stuff, when it got into the ring, and you know, there's only so much information you can retain during training, during a period of time. When you run out of ideas, you revert back to type, and you saw that with Woodley's stance. It was a very open stance. At times I felt like he was just going to grapple him and stuff like that and take him down. So you need a proper boxer that's going to stay disciplined. And I really believe if Jake Paul fights a boxer, yeah, he's going to get shown the canvas. Well, now, from what I'm hearing, Jake Paul's actually confirmed that he wants to fight a real boxer. And the likes of Tyson Fury's younger brother, Tommy Fury, could be his next fight. After months of turning down Fury, Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury could be on the cards. The YouTube star has recently confirmed on a podcast saying that Tyson Fury's younger brother is on the top of his list. Now, making this fight is not conventional. You gotta remember, this is not a conventional world of boxing. There's a lot of stuff that's that happens, that's happening. There's a lot of animosity between the two fighters. There's a lot of back and forth. So who knows what's going to happen between now and whenever they're proposing to have the fight. But one thing I will say, there's going to be a lot of chat, bravado, cussing, like all that it's going to take to really try and get underneath each other's skin. They're going to do it. Because so far at the moment, you got the likes of Jake Paul that's just been dissing Tommy Fury, that's been dissing his girl. You know, obviously they're from Love Island, if you've watched Love Island. And vice versa. You know, Tommy Fury's been saying that, you know, he's a bum, he's chicken, he's not a real fighter, he's not a real boxer. And we're just going to have to wait and see. But this is the fight that Jake Paul needs. Tommy Fury, for me personally, I don't know. He's not the greatest of talents out there. He's still very much in the early stages of his career. But if you need anyone to dance with, if you need a dance partner right now, this is a match made for the both of them. For Jake Paul, you're going to be fighting pretty much an inexperienced fighter, but at least he is disciplined enough to stay within, you know, boxing, the realm of boxing. He's a boxer. So you're not going to get like some MMA guy that's going to start trying to grapple you. This is a boxer. So if he's able to beat him, then he can start climbing up and fighting other boxers. But until then, Jake Paul, man, for me, this is just all... It's just all a show, innit? Look, man, hey, the best of luck to him. He's doing his thing. I'm not dissing him in that way, but I'm just saying, if he wants to really be recognized as a legit boxer, fight a boxer. You don't even need to fight anyone mad crazy. Just fight a boxer so you can test yourself, innit? That's all we got to see. That's all we're waiting for. But let me know if you are interested in this. I know there's a load of naysayers and a lot of people that are not into Jake Paul fighting or claiming that he's a boxer. I'm sure there's not, well, I watched it. I watched the Woodley fight, but there's a load of my friends, when I was asking them, are you gonna watch this Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley? And they was like, nah, man, I ain't gonna waste my time watching it. But listen, he is bringing some type of popularity. He's bringing some new eyes to the sport. I like the fact that he's got, you know, other fighters on the undercard. There was actually some decent fights on the undercard. So he's the cash cow right now. He's the shining light. He's bringing all the attention, and he's bringing people underneath him, under him. Listen, love him or hate him, he's going to be around, man. Once you tap into this type of, you know, money, income, you ain't going to let it go. He would do well in terms of promoting though. I tell you that. You do well in terms of promoting. So if he decides to step away from actually fighting, I can see him being a really good promoter. But anyway, let me know how you feel about it all. Let me know how you feel about Jake Paul, him being a boxer. Let me know how you feel about Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. Does Tyron Woodley deserve a rematch? Does anybody feel or think that Tyron Woodley actually won that fight? Yeah, doesn't really matter now, does it? But let me know, man. Put your comments down below and let me know. And now moving on to another legendary fighter that's making his comeback to the boxing ring, albeit under, exhibition rules. 58-year-old Evander, the real deal Holyfield. And you know what? No, I can't do it. Evander Holyfield will be taking on former MMA fighter Vitor Belfort ahead of his comeback fight. Holyfield will be replacing Oscar De La Hoya, who had to drop out the fight due to COVID. So when questioned about his age and why he was making a comeback, he then quickly jumped onto Instagram saying, "I'm 58, but I feel like I'm 28. My health and my conditioning is very important to me, and I make sure it's a priority on a daily. A healthy mind and body is a recipe for longevity and happiness. God bless and have a great day." Now, although I was happy to see Mike Tyson make his comeback, because all of those training videos, training montages and stuff like that had me gassed. I was like, ooh, Iron Mike, he's back. But for some reason, when it comes to Holyfield, I don't know. I don't know, man. Do you know how, I want to say this. Do you know how long it took him to retire? It took him time. This guy would not retire. Then eventually, I saw he retired and he come back. And please, Holyfield, man, I know you're gonna do it anyway, but why are you doing this? Why? And there's some worrying footage out there that I was watching him training, and he looked every bit of 58, man, even a little bit older. Like it was real slow, and like the punches were like weak. Man, you know what? It's better that you see it yourself. Check this out. Oh man. Alright, I see the hook there. Okay. What is this? Come on, man. Nah. This ain't gonna cut it. Now, if we compare that to Mike Tyson now, we've all seen the videos. He's fully on beast mode. This is Iron Mike. Look at this. I'm back. Now look, I'm not trying to compare, but I am kind of, because they're both of similar age, innit? All I just got to say is, one is looking like they could actually go back and fight amongst the heavyweights now, and another one just looks like they need to go maybe to the Big Fight UK and go and do some boxing there, amateur white collar boxing. Ain't nothing wrong with that, throw some jab, throw some punches. But Holyfield, man, just yeah, don't make this comeback. I know it's exhibition. I do know that it's exhibition rules, but you're still gonna get your face punched in. And maybe lucky enough he's fighting against an MMA fighter, so it might not be as difficult or as tricky. But the way he's looking in the training camp right now, and it's not just myself, there's been many other journalists and writers that are really concerned. There was even one journalist who likened it to Muhammad Ali fighting against, or training for his fight against Larry Holmes. And even at that particular time then, you could see that Muhammad Ali was slow, he looked aged, he just didn't look like, the greatest of all time at that particular time. So when you're looking at the likes of Evander Holyfield and the way he's looking in the ring and very, yeah, it doesn't look good. But he signed on the dotted line. He is the replacement for Oscar De La Hoya. This fight will be going on, and we just got to wait and see. Would I want to see Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield now? After seeing that, nah. Despite the fact that, Holyfield beat Tyson twice, if they were to fight now, Tyson would beat him. But then it wouldn't really make no difference, innit? Like, you can't really gain revenge at these stages of your career. And I feel like Tyson doesn't want that fight, and I feel like he doesn't want to gain revenge. So we just got to put that fight in the back burner. As much as many people want to see them fight at these ages, nah, allow it. I don't want to see that. But check this out, like, before I go, this was another shock as well, because I was thinking to myself, what is going on here? Did you know that the former president of the United States of America, Donald Trump, is actually going to be calling this fight? He's going to be on commentary, and just out of nowhere, like, there's no strange affiliation between Trump and boxing. Back in the days, in the Trump Towers, he used to host a load of fights for a load of boxers. He's hosted fights and promoted fights for Holyfield, Tyson, loads of fighters. So there is that link there is that connection, but you don't associate a former president to be doing this. Then again, you just don't even associate Donald Trump with being a president. So stranger things, but it was just so, like, I just couldn't understand what was going on. Former President Donald Trump has signed a contract to provide commentary on a gamecast of Saturday's boxing event headlined by Evander Holyfield versus Vitor Belfort. His son Donald Trump Jr. will join him at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. Former President Donald Trump was quoted saying, "I love great fighters and I love great fights. I look forward to seeing both this Saturday night and sharing my thoughts ringside. You won't want to miss this special event." Listen, one thing I will say, if Evander Holyfield didn't have that outright pulling power, this in itself is definitely going to sell a few more tickets, get more views, more ratings, to just watch what is he going to be talking about? How is his commentary going to be? Like I said, he's got a strong affiliation with boxing, so I'm sure he knows what he's talking about. And it would just be good to see, I guess, like, Donald Trump, and what kind of reception and reaction will he actually get on the night. It's going to be quite interesting to see. All in all, like I said, there's a part of me that just thinks, man, I don't want to stay up to watch it, but knowing me, I will end up doing that. Come Monday morning, my eyes are going to be red. So yeah, let's just wait and see what happens. It's an exhibition fight, so I'm sure they're going to have the rules where there's going to be no win or anything like that. We're just going to get to see Evander Holyfield make his comeback, and I look forward to it. I just don't want him to embarrass himself in somewhat way. I just hope he goes out there and actually gives a good account of himself. But all in all, with that being said, let me know what you think about it all. How do you feel about Evander Holyfield making his comeback? Do you think he should be doing it, or do you think he should just allow it? Put your comments down below, and also this Donald Trump business as well, man. Like, how you feeling about it? It's strange, but he's going to be commentating on the fight. Let me know how you feel about that. Put your comments down below and let me know. And with that being said, I'm going to leave it there for today, but thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of A Dash of Sports. I truly appreciate your love and support with that. And if you need further information about future episodes or just your day-to-day sporting updates, then hey, come and check me out, man. I'm on Instagram and I'm also on Twitter, which is A Dash of Sports. I'll put it down below here, A Dash of Sports, and I'll also leave a link in my description so that you can check that out at your convenience. And please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Smash that like button, comment, and help me to get these subs up. I truly appreciate your help with that. And don't forget to press the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my shows. And until the next time here on the Dash of Sports, peace.